Hey guys, Dingo here. How the bloody hell are you? Ready for Clash? Let's dive in. Alright, so we were doing a stream earlier today for Channel 12. A few attack strategies to help my friends that are currently at that level. And yeah, there was a request in chat for Channel 13 advice, so I was a bit hum and hawing whether I was going to do a Channel 13 video as well today. I thought, look, let's do it. It's one of the few we haven't done. So since that stream I've been off doing a few attacks just to get some content, and let's dive in and have a look at what we come up with, my friends. Alright, so I've jumped over to one of my Channel 13 accounts, and I've got a couple of replays we can dive into and have a look at what I'm using currently. So essentially I'm going in with a SuperBlizzard with Invisi spells and the Hydra troops essentially. As you can see, that's what I've been using in my previous attacks on this account for the last month essentially. As you can see, I don't get to attack on every account all the time. I just don't have the time to do that. It's not feasible, and I'm probably warring with half of them anyway. So that's attacks that need to happen anyway. So we can look. Let's have a look at a replay and see what we were up to. So I spoke earlier about base identification. So the first thing you got to do when the base turns up, you got to look and think, all right, where's my best entry point for my SuperBlizzard so it gets where I need it to go. We've got one freeze in this mix where we could potentially freeze out a air sweeper here, or this one over here, but I've tried to come in on an angle where I may take a little kick from the sweeper, but I should be alright and I should have a pretty safe landing. So we'll continue on. The Lava Hound takes that first initial assault from everything. Boom, there's that little bump. Ride that. Invisi spells down. Rage, clone, more invis, and as you'll see, this base starts vanishing. Well, the center of it does anyway. And we just continue with the invis spells to try and maximize our value here from the blizzard drop. And as you can see, there's pretty much nothing left of the core of the base. So now it's all about just deciding, okay, where do I want to send my troops in? So generally, there's two things I'm looking for. I'm looking for what are the remaining threats to the army I've got. In this case, I'm thinking, you know, that thing's a big threat, so is that, so is that. So I want to sweep around by cutting off a funnel. As you can see, I'm pretty sure my king's going to be okay up there to challenge the queen on his own. And we try and cut off and move the rest of the army around to the right. Doesn't always work out, as you can see. Some of the loons drifting off to the multi, but that works in our favor. And as you can see, I got a horrible split. It half went left, half went right, and I tried like nobody's business to make the army all move together to the right. So as you can see, even though that didn't go correctly, it still smashes its way through the base. It's such a strong army. So we're just trying to manage our hero abilities at this stage. We've got the queen with one left. Everyone else has spent theirs. At this stage, you know the base is pretty much nuked. Plenty of time on the clock. So we'll just speed it up a little. And there you have it. That's one example of the army. Now I'm using this army primarily at the moment on Channel 13. I just find it really, really strong. Let's see. So we can have a look at this guy now. So as you can see, look, it's a town hall 14, but it's a dead base essentially. But the loot was too nice not to have a crack at it. So again, I've gone for the early lava hound with the blimp right in behind it. I've tried to basically angle myself in on the air defense so that I'm going to get the drop somewhere around this eagle with my blimp. So let's watch how that goes. Now the air sweeper hits me, pushes me back, the lava hound pops, protecting me. I drop in just before that sweeper could hit me there. And I actually use my spells here to get more of my troops into the core by just overlapping that clone spell into the middle there. And again, we continue on with those invisi spells to support this little blimp drop of super archers and super wizards. And again, core absolutely ripped out of the base, my friends. So now again, we go in, we try and break the ring of the base essentially that's remaining. And again, I'm going to want to go right here, trying to encourage my queen to go in that direction by using these baby dragons. I fire the king's ability just to get him cleaning up the trash on the outside quicker, rage up the rest of the army so they try and start catching up with the king while he's starting to run out of juice. At this stage I've still got my warden ability, I haven't deployed my royal champ yet, queen ability still up the sleeve, and I've got a freeze. I drop the royal champion, fire off the warden's ability, and I'm using the royal champ here just to clean up the back end of the base so they've got less to do. I know I'm going to get to that air defense and that sweeper, which is going to be a very, very big bonus to the rest of my army. And yeah, this base is trash, my friends. Use the freeze there just to keep my royal champ alive. And we're pretty much through at this stage, so again I'll speed that up for you. Now again, we're a 13 hitting a 14 here. I know it was a dead base, but it's still a tough base to take down when you're hitting up. Alright. Let's have a look at our attack log. We've got one more here we can look at from this account. Again, this is a very centralized one. We've brought in our lava hound and our blimp from the side here. And get that blimp down, invis spell down, followed by another invis. Now rage, clone invis, and you watch this core of the space vanish, sorry. And here comes another invis more than likely. Yep, a little late on that one. But again, core gone, my friends. It's all about getting that hound and blimp placement right, and your spells, the dropping of the spells needs to be pretty good as well. You know, you got to do a whole counting in your head of, you know, 1 through 4, 1 through 3, depends on how nervous you are. And yet again, I've got these troops up here just trying to break the ring. We've got the king coming in the side here to target the queen because she's a threat. Then I bring in the rest of my air army. We got loons there, we got dragons, we got dragon riders, and we got the warden on air supporting them. We move in on this sweeper early. Got the queen in there supporting the king. King down, warden ability fires, queen moving in to support the rest of the air units. And I've got the royal champ moving down the left there to clean up, just to make sure that we don't have a time fail essentially. Fire off her ability. We've triggered the tornado trap over here. A couple of riders in taking care of that air defense. Gonna lose the royal champ. Down she goes. I was getting a little bit nervous on this one, I will admit. I wasn't sure. There are a couple of heavy defenses still standing, and my troops were thin and fast at this stage. So, but as you know, it was a 3-star. We do know that. Alright, I'm just just going to speed it up a little bit just for the sake of entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, that's the last of the replays, so I guess we'll put our money where our mouth is and do a live strike, eh? Alright, let's go. What have we got cooked? What's missing? I know what's missing. I'm missing the hound. Get that in here. See, this way we check our army, my friends, because my god, it's not fun when you go in with an attack and you think you've got a particular troops and you start the attack and then you realise you're missing your lava hound. I've got a good example of that coming up actually, so yes, good timing that I see that. Alright, so we check again, water into air. Now a big part of this strategy is actually surviving the landing with your troops. I'm playing around with different combinations of, basically at Channel 13 I got the 2 super archers, 1 super wizard, and then the rest I'm playing about with to see what I think works better. And because what kills this attack is when you have a landing, hit giant bombs, and these guys are all deployed and get vaporized, because my god, you invest so much in that portion of the strike that if that goes wrong, you're really pushing it uphill to try and save the attack. But anyway, let's dive in, see how we go. I may even demonstrate the bad blimp if we get unlucky. So we're happy with the army. Let's dive in. What do we got? Oh, nice loot straight off the bat. Okay, what's the base look like? Can we get this in there? Let's sweeper there, sweeper there. I think if I come in here, where's the eagle? I'm going blind, I don't see the eagle. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we're doing that to start. How can you not? Alright, let's see how we go with this. Okay. Oh, that's gone completely the wrong way. That's alright. Didn't see that. Did not see that AD there. Oh well. Let's get in there. Oh no, it didn't trigger. I could be in a lot of trouble, my friends. They all dead? No, I've got someone survived. Oh, missed the Invisi spell, guys. Come on, anyone in there? Oh, she's gone. No. We have eaten poop, my friends. Alright, let's see if we can fix it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. If it goes wrong, it's difficult to save. So I'm going to see how true that is right now. Alright, I'm going to get you here, you here, you over here. What can we do, my friends? Because this has gone horribly wrong. Alright, I'm going to cut off these heroes now, if I can. Bring water into support. Now we stop dropping our spells in there. That gives us some hope of some kind of recovery here too. Bring all of that in. Oh, I didn't see that signal there. What a terrible spot to drop my poor little world champ. Mistakes galore, my friends. Alright, we're still pushing along here. So it's not a bad recovery. Like I said, if you get that blimp wrong as I did then, my goodness, it's tough work. Because you've just... The big trick is identifying that they're dead early and not using all your spells there, because you're gone at that point. If you've lost your spells as well, it's all over. as you can see, we've done a pretty decent job saving this from a absolute catastrophe start. Oh, I reckon it's going to be a time fail. Getting so close. Come on. Have I got this still? You're kidding me, right? We're going to stomp this. Well, there you go, my friends. I don't know how I saved that, but I did. How cool was that? Because I absolutely choked on the SuperBlizzard. That is really cool. Awesome. Alright, well, we'll count our lucky stars there. We'll cook another army. You know, luck goes a long way. Most of mine's bad, but hey, we'll take the good when it comes, my friends. We'll cook up the next bunch. And then, what we're going to do, my friends, is we're going to jump over to... Alright, and we'll have a look at some of the replays we've got over here. Same army. And before I do that, I'm going to mention my little friend here again who says like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Alrighty, we're going to put him away. Night night, little friend. Okay, let's have a look. What do we got? Now look, I'll show you the whole list, fails and all. Now what I was trialing, as you can see here, was some lightning spells and just the one clone. And you know, I was having some success. It was, I don't know, a little bit hit and miss, I felt. I feel like the two clones, as much as it's a massive investment, if you get it right, it destroys bases, so it's worth it, I think. So as you can see, I turned away from it today after that 63% there. I went, nah, I'm done. But that, mind you, was, and look, I'll show you. This is what I was talking about earlier, about thinking you've got one army and then realizing you don't. So this one, now I know it's a strong 10 or 14, and I'm not worried about that. I'm happy to take it on, because if you get this right, you'll still smash it. So the plan was nuke this sweeper and this air defense, okay, the back end stuff, because I'm coming from over here. I'm going to fly in over this AD, and I'm going to deploy my devastation right over that area because I feel very safe doing it. And I'm figuring I'm going to take that, I'm going to take that, I'm going to take that, possibly that. Like seriously, it's going to get annihilated. So I proceed to do that. I get those down, and this is when I realise I don't have a lava hound. And I'm like, oh crap, my plan. Because I didn't think I'd get the blimp all the way in there without one. I didn't feel safe about it. So I've adapted my plan on the fly. I thought, okay, I'll bring the blimp in with my army. That way I can protect the blimp with my warden ability and still get good value. But I never, because I've had to change the plan on the fly, it just never got there. You know, it was an okay attack, but all in all, yeah. Again, I remind myself I'm a 10 or 13 striking a pretty strong 14 here. The principles are the same. You can see it does nuke this area, but I don't know, yeah, like I said, because I've had to send the army at the same time as the blimp, I do find get way more value if you can get that blimp and a hound in there on their own with the spells, gut the core. That's your best value, because then you can just basically play cleanup with the rest of your army and your heroes. But like I said, full disclosure, this one did not go to plan, and a lot of that was my own fault because I just didn't check my army properly. So we'll fast forward to the end of my poor little queen getting nuked. Zamo! Alright. So let's have a look at what happens when we change away from those stinking lightning and we start using to clone, my friends. Here we go. So we're going to come in, Lava Hound and Blimp straight over this AD. We're going to drop in this area here, and we're going to just clear the core. Here we go. As it comes in, Blimp fully protected, manually deploy it under a invis spell, another invis, double clone, rage, invis, goodbye core of this base, and one more invis, and all the dangerous stuff's just gone. That's the joy of a base where all the key defenses are stacked like that. If you can get a good drop on it, goodbye, and you're pretty much in for a really nice ride home after that. So same principle as before in the earlier attacks. We're trying to just break the ring of the remaining base, because essentially what happens is you generally always have like a ring base left with the core missing, because it just nukes it. Yeah, so we've got the hero dive coming in here. I'm going to intercept it with my air portion, the Hydra portion of the attack. In they come. Get the Warden down as well, and then I fire off the King's ability. I'm thinking we need probably Warden ability pretty soon. There it is. We're going to introduce the Royal Champ very soon as well. I'm going to just basically cut off up the top here. There she goes. And she moves in, takes down a few defenses. I was hoping to get the air defense with her ability, but she's run up too high and that she targets other defenses. But you know, she puts some damage into the Queen, and there's enough of my other troops to finish this one off. As you can see, this base is completely devastated by this attack. We'll speed it up a little just as we close out this base. Alright. I think we've got another replay here, do we? Let's have a look. Yes, we do. Look. Alright, let's get in there. Now, it is a Channel 14. It's not a max one or anything, but it's still a little risky. And look at this. Oh my god, look at all those seeking mines that Lava Hound ate up. Same deal, we've got the invis down again, couple of clone, rage, invis, and goodbye core. And this is what we were hoping to do in that earlier video that went completely south. Now we've got another invis, bam, core gone, my friends. Absolutely nuke. There goes the E-Dragon. You know, there's just not that many threats left, so we look for them, we identify them, and we go, okay, we think the scatter shot's probably the most dangerous thing left, along with a air defense, and we got Inferno towers and so forth. So we're going to try and cut across that area first. So again, heroes in the side, air portion over the top of it to cut them off, which redirects them so they can support the flank of this push. And we're just going to get in on top of that really quickly. We've got the tornado trap slowing down the party. Throw off the Warden ability so we can move in undamaged. Get on top of that scatter shot, and goodbye to that. And look at this, we're pretty much finished with this base, and we've still got so much army left, my friends. King bashing skeletons like there's nobody else to hit. Come on, fool, run! And the little Royal Champ just gets in there and crushes the end of the defenses. Beautiful stuff. And we've got a couple of skellies going, nope, we can still hold them, boys. No, you can't. It's all over. The dragons fry your little bones. Alright. And that, my friends, is Town Hall 13 striking. Yeah, let me know what you think, if you think the army is as strong as I think it is. Like I said, I've been running it for a little while now, and I'm having great success, so I hope this video is going to help you along with some of that success as well. And look, stay tuned, I'll bring some more of these guide videos your way. So until then, thanks for spending some of your valuable time with me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.